Alright, so
And they didn't take me to, oh, do you want to talk to customer support or anything
go
like
back
that?
outside again?
Um,
Because we're stress-free. It's just like, what do you want to do for this?
I mean, talk to everybody else first. I mean, we haven't spoke to them.
Well, the thing is, unless we see the thought bubbles, there's nothing that we can really say to anybody.
Yeah, but there are hidden prompts too. Like sometimes there's times like when you have to go up to them physically, be like, oh, you can talk to them, and you didn't even know that.
Really?
Like, remember the biology thing? We had no idea we could speak to him about the biology. So
Cal is taking a break from the shelter at Geoponics Dome. As you approach, you see him tossing crumbs from his lunch into an area of uncleared shrub. And as you get closer, you recognize the glinting Hopeye's iconic four eyes. Shh, Cal says, holding his finger to his lip. This one's got a little clutch of baby hop kitties somewhere. I've almost got her trust, so she'll show me back to her nest. And then I can move them outside the walls. And a barber fruit for Bobby Boy. And now there's a prompt. Like, unless we give him something and our relationship is high enough, we can't do nothing. You're looking for Cal when you overhear him just around the other side of the geoponics. For the last time, leave me alone. That does not sound good. Oh, really? Come on. You get closer and find Cal facing down Rhett and Vase. They've cornered him, their body language calm and relaxed, while Cal's so angry he's almost shaking. Cal, please listen to us, Rhett says, spreading his hands. We're not here to conscript you. I can't force you to join the army. All I'm saying is that I need a good, loyal, strong young man like you out there on the front lines. Rhett smiles. You're a good boy, Cal. I admire your passion for peace and your dedication to fighting for it. That's why I'm here. I'm asking you to help me protect the colony. Protect the colony? Cal spits. That's such a lie. You're not protecting anything. You're just slaughtering defenseless animals in their homes. It's disgusting. Hey, Vase retorts, taking a step forward with his fist raised. Show some respect. Cal squares up, like he's ready to take the hit. For who? He asks, voice sharp. Psychopaths like you? Vase roars and looks like he's about to take a swing, but Rhett holds him back with one raised hand. Vase slinks back to Rhett's side, glowering at Cal. I can tell you need a bit more time, Rhett says. I just want to know that my door is always open if... Get lost, he says, cutting Rhett off. Rhett looks surprised. I'm not interested, and I never will be. Oh, Lord, I just thought about something.
what?
The only way that he would be interested in wanting to take revenge is if something happens to Tammy or the baby. We might have to save Tammy again. Vase looks like he's about to lip off again, but Rhett speaks before he can. All I ask is that you keep it in the back of your mind, Cal. When you come around, I'll be happy to talk about your options. With that, they leave. Vase gives you a scathing look as they pass. Can I flip him off? Cal sits down heavy on the sack of fertilizer he must have been carrying before Vase and Rhett cornered him. This isn't even the first time, he mutters, his face in his hands. They're really dead set on getting me to join the hunting parties. I told them I don't want to kill anything, and Rhett was like, it's okay, you can just tell us how to kill them. He looks up exasperated. Like that's any better.
I wish they'd leave you alone.
Yeah. Me too, Cal sighs. They have a real messed up idea of what it means to serve the colony. Like, who do they think grows their food? Ghosts? Cal picks a loose thread on the sack he's sitting on. Man, this whole war is light speed, stupid, he mutters. Lum and his people come crashing in here and think they can run the place because they have bombs and guns. And nobody stops to think, like, maybe we're actually the invasive species? I mean, this is our dice answer anyway. Yeah. I'm glad you agree, Cal says. I just feel like we showed up and plopped ourselves right in the middle of the food web, he continues. And we didn't even think for a second about what the chaos would cause in the ecosystem. We owe it to this planet to do our best to try to understand. Cal looks out towards the walls. Maybe the answer is out there, he says quietly. You go on expeditions a lot, right? Can you keep an eye out for, like, the answer to everything? Cal's shoulders slump in a sigh, and he pushes himself to his feet. Man, I wish I could still talk about this stuff with Anemone, he says, slinging the sack of fertilizer over his shoulders again. You can see why Rhett wanted to get him in the defense so badly. I miss her, Cal admits. I miss that we used to be so close when we were kids. He shakes his head, but she's gone all human supremacist now, and I just can't stomach that, you know?
Talk to Mars.
I'm going to Mars. First, we gotta give her toy.
I'm done.
Wait. Hold on. Look, I'm not saying, Mars says, eyeing Tammy's pregnant belly. I'm just saying thank goodness for contraceptives, right? Could you imagine being pregnant right now?
I think she just doesn't like the whole process of dealing with that nonsense for 9 months, 10 months.
Oh, we found her birthday. Huh, Mars laughs, taking the crystal and turning it over in her hands, inspecting it. +4. Well, I've had better birthday gifts this year, but I admit this crystal is pretty fabulous. I'll add it to my collection. And now she wants to talk. You're looking for Mars, so you just follow the sound of arguing until you track her down outside the bridge. I can't believe how short-sighted you're all being, she fumes. Do you think we can just take this planet by force by killing everything that threatens us? It's like you've never thought about anything other than your own ego for 1 second in your stupid life. Who do you think you are? Lum roars. You'd all be dead in the ground if it weren't for me and my soldiers. We're the only thing standing between this colony and destruction. That's the problem, Mars retorts, sticking her finger in Lum's face. You only care about defense and not about growth. She gestures wildly around her. This place is a backwater. There's nothing here worth protecting. She continues. We need to start thinking about economic and social policies that encourage growth and creativity, or all we're ever going to be doing is scrape by a miserable existence on this stupid fungus rock. What do you think we're doing? Lum counters. We can't grow until the enemy is defeated. There'll be time for your... He waves his hand at Mars's extravagant outfit. Nice jewelry and fancy clothing when our work is done. He crosses his arms looking smug. You think you can just walk in here and tell me what to do, little girl? You don't know the first thing about what it's like to run a colony. You just play pretend. Mars, do what we all needed to be done and slap him.
Yeah. Let her fight her bombast. She's a sass queen.
Hold on. Mars' shocked look. He continues. Yeah, I know about you and your little club. Lum sneers. You're a rich little princess playing politics. You should go back to what you're good at. Looking pretty. Let her fight?
Yeah.
At least I'm doing politics and not just jerking off with my buddies about killing things.
Well, the sass queen has spoken!
If every
The sass queen has spoken! I told you she can do her own battles.
If every eye in
This
the
is
room...
the sass queen we're talking about here.
If every eye in the room wasn't on her before, it sure is now. While Lum is sputtering, Mars tosses her hair over her shoulder and smirks. See, it's not so nice when other people can do it, is it? Mudslinging politics is so old Earth, she coos. But don't worry, I won't take your lack of class personally. Get out, Lum roars, and Mars turns on her heel and leaves. Command, grabbing you on the way out.
Talk to Mars again.
There's nothing else for Mars.
Aw, I was kind of hoping she would say something else about that.
Remember, if the thought bubble is there, that's when they want to talk. Okay, so now what do we do?
Open the flower.
Okay, who do we give it to? Tang or Tammy?
How much we're in Tammy right now?
Huh?
How much we're in Tammy right now?
Very low. 35. Tammy, we have 80.
Give it to Tangy. Well, how many flowers do we have?
Huh?
We only got one flower or two?
We only have one.
Hey.
We have one of everything right now. So which one? In our perception.
Is that 100? I'm done. Slip past all pathing. Oh, wow.
Okay, so we can, if the ones we decide to walk away from, we can still get by them.
Yeah.
Should we give it to Mommy to be?
Yeah, give it to Mom. Mom needs her flowers. She's a pregnant lady.
And you walk up to the lounge and see Cal saying goodbye to Tammy. He kisses her sweetly on the forehead, then leans over and kisses her round stomach.
I'm done. Keep going. I'm done with you.
Tammy giggles, covering her mouth with her hand. Go on, they're waiting for you. Oh, hello, Solana, she says. What's going on?
Why aren't I hearing you yelling?
Well, there was no prompt. So whatever we do next, if we go outside one more time, it doesn't matter what else we do. We'll be at 100% with dice.
Okay, so then, is the ridges back to normal?
Let me go check. I think we have to clear everything out first. There's no events. We have a collectible remaining and a new boss event has spawned.
So what do you think?
Because everything else, other than the valley, we have 5 events remaining, 2 collectibles remaining, and a boss event remaining in the valley. And we have a new boss event in the ridge. We could go into the valley and get more flowers and bobber fruit.
Okay, then let's do that.
All right. Oh my God. And Sim wants to talk.
Okay.
Squidly, how the hell you got up there before me? You might want to come for this one.
What happened?
Sim doing the stupid.
Okay, I'm coming.
What are you doing out there anyway?
Mourning for my goddamn food.
You want me to just go ahead and read it?
Hold on to me.
One eternity later.
Stupid.
Yes. You think you see Sim running through the trees up ahead near the edge of a cliff. You call out to him, but your voice is drowned out by a screeching roar that shakes the forest. A manticore! He's being chased by a manticore!
What?
You're feeling a remarkable lack of self-preservation today. So you holster your scanner and follow the noise through the trees. That's actually a different colored one. You find Sim fending off not 1, but 3 manticores at the edge of the cliff. His back to the fatal drop behind. He's bleeding profusely through the hairline, and his left arm hangs useless at his side. He doesn't even register your presence as he tries to calm the beast with soothing sounds. One of the
Wait,
manticores...
there's the one that we're used to seeing?
Yeah. One of the manticores knocks Sim off his feet, and your heart lurches as a spray of stones clatter down from the cliff. The beasts have him completely at their mercy.
Save him! Goddamn you!
Yeah, I was finna read the rest of that, but okay. The lead manticore's delicate feet pin Sim's tattered clothing to the ground, spittle drooling from his misshapen jaws, and you watch Sim's expression twist into that of an emotion you've never seen before. Fear. Alright, let's try to save you. The goal's 87, which is not that bad. The violent tail will have to wait. 5, 4, 4, 4, 19. 5, 3, 4, 3. Okay. 6, 4, 4. Okay, we're gonna get 85 stress because of this idiot.
Oh my god. I told you we should throw our cards out.
Okay, I can give a +2 to a card.
Okay.
Which dropped it down to 85 stress, so it sucks, but we gotta save the idiot.
Hey. I gotta break down because my food.
You ordered more food.
I barely ate anything out of my food.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, wow.
I'm hungry. But I didn't expect. I was expecting to have that food and be done with my night, but no. I only ate a 3 broccoli and that's it.
Okay. You don't have to sit there and start stuttering. Somehow, using all your strength and then more, you defeat the lead manticore. The 2 smaller ones scatter, hissing their displeasure and biting at each other. With the death of their alpha, negotiating their new pack dynamics would distract them for a while. Are you okay?
You making that silly face?
Sim waves you off with the arm that doesn't hang limp from his side. I'm fine, he gasps. I feel pain, but it does not control my behavior as much as it seems to in humans. Sim is barely standing upright after the battle. Truly, he doesn't...
I'm not here.
He wasn't much help this time, and it seems as though despite your best efforts, his strength is fading fast. He stumbles into you, knocking you both to the ground.
Why do you have to have such a terrible response? Can you just say, again, can't you just be like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. Not just, yeah, I'm gonna shove you away like a goddamn fool.
He lands on top of you, your legs intertwined and his weight pressing into the dirt. Oof.
So does that mean we have to go after the next?
You can feel every inch of his long body against yours, stirred to quickening by the adrenaline of the fight. My hero, he murmurs.
Oh my god.
His eyes fall to your lips. You know I have to now.
No! Because that means we betrayed Dice. What was the point of suffering to get his ass to 99? 100.
We're about to get to 100 either way. And come on, this is the most cliched thing.
But you have to remember, if this happens, that means it can happen again on the second run.
Yes, but this will be funnier.
Fine! Betray Dice! Betray Dice! We get know what we're doing. We're just hacking on everybody like Rex. We get nobody in the end. We have no children. What's the point of clicking the children prompt?
But here's the thing. We like Dice. Dice likes Sim. Sim likes everybody. Where are we going to go wrong in this?
We cut off the contact with Dice and Sim. No, cut off the contact as in they're not in a relationship. We keep Dice for ourselves. He still has, and we both still have our best friendship with him. It's just that he's not in the relationship with him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll shove him away. You unceremoniously shove Sim off of you, and he laughs as he rolls to his back. No, Sim asks, unbothered. My apologies. My research into human relationships via your holographic videos gave me the impression that this is what your kind does after a near-death experience.
So you're just following tropes. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's quite exhilarating. And we're both startled by the crashing sounds from the trees. One of the 2 remaining manticores breaks through the tree line and roars at you, the blood and spittle spraying from its ravenous jaws. There's no sign of the other, clearly lesser manticore. You won. Run, Sim gasped,
Oh my
pulling
God.
you both to your feet. He gives you a push and you start running parallel to the cliff, trying to get some distance before it's safe to duck back into the trees. You don't hear Sim behind you. You twirl around and just in time to see Sim clash with the manticore, grappling with his huge front claws as it pushes him closer to the edge of the cliff with dancer-like strength. Go, Sim yells. Rocks clatter down the cliff by his feet. Solana, please just go. You don't even have a chance to be a hero. The manticore takes Sim's neck in his jaws and he screams in pain. Oh, so trying to kiss the man who will die. Look what you did!
I did nothing!
Oh, Dice is going to be pissed off at us on this one.
You can't be pissed off at us. We have no control against freaking manticores.
Sim locks eyes with you once more as time slows to a crawl. This speeds up as he grabs a hold of the manticore and launches himself backwards off the cliff.
So he took him with. So it's not that he died. He took him with him.
They're gone before you can scream. You rush to the edge, too late to catch even his trailing, tattered coat. It's a long way down.
Why does his cloak look like? Why can't I don't. Why does it look like? Why does his clothes look like those hacker people that wear them long trends?
Remember, Dice gave him this, and his blood is green. It's like a teal color.
Mm.
It's a long way down.
Like
The wind
sap.
buffets your face viciously. You try to blink away the image of the bodies falling through the air, now seared into your memory. Sim's curiosity. This gets a +7, which jumps it to a 10 if this is the only.
What in the fuck did I just got? I wanted so. Why are they messing up orders?
You turn away from the smudges at the bottom of the cliff, but you still see it. You sit down, stunned, and stay that way for a long time. How can he be gone? Just like that. Dead. There won't be any funeral for him, the alien who would be human. It's not like you can bring his remains home to be properly recycled. It's a small comfort that at least out here, it won't be long until nature takes its course. Sim would probably have wanted it that way, you think. With a heavy heart, you return to the transportation station. You just want to go home. Mourning the loss of a loved one. It's midway.
Okay, so just go to the garrison.
But I want to see if... Okay, he doesn't want to talk. Okay, yeah, it's still at 99 because that was a messed up thing.
Let's see if what he says about Sim's death.
Sim is what? Dice doesn't believe when you tell him. But I just saw him. You're lying. He can't be dead. He refuses to listen and just keeps repeating that you must be wrong.
Yeah, well, I have to go to the garrison.
That is a messed up way to die. And now we get that +1. We can get rid of the beautiful vista.
But it's a wild card, remember?
Yeah.
It goes everywhere.
I mean, I'm happy now, but... Okay, what we got is mementos. Just cake. I mean, we can give it to the barber. Because, we don't have anyone else that would want cake.
We can't even do anything.
But that is a way to die.
I know I said we go off with a bang, but I didn't mean that way.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so we're at 100. with dice. Let's see. Nope, he's just...
still mourning.
Yeah.
Mm,
So what shall we do?
I guess talk to everybody else and see what they say.
They're not gonna know. Naomi's shoulder. They look at you and rub their cheek with the end of the pencil. I know we're supposed to believe in Governor Lum, they confess, but what if we're accidentally hurting the planet? What if some super cool plants and animals die? They look down at their page. I think it'd be really sad if that happened. We can give them the cake.
No.
All right. Why should I care for nature? What do you gotta say? Okay, we can help Rex build something. We got enough engineering.
Okay.
Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a holo projector. It looks so familiar. Wait, it's the holo projector you used to watch vids on in the Creche. It's been broken ever since the Creche was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have outdoor movie nights. Yeah, Morning Sass was not going to let us do much. You help Rex bring the holo projector back to life, then help them make an outdoor theater, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. Auntie Anne provides the snacks. Rex looks up at you with pride. We just have to figure out what to play for our opening night. Okay, so we did something for him. Mother-to-be. Tammy is humming to herself as she knits a little sweater. Oh, hello, Solana, she says. Did you know back on Earth they used to color code their babies? Blue for boys, pink for girls. She laughs and shakes her head. I can't think of anything more ridiculous. It's a pity, Tang says, looking at you with barely a concealed disdain. I once thought you had promise as an intellectual equal, but you let yourself become distracted.
Hey. Oh, this lady's too logical.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we've talked. You want to talk to Vase and Anemone?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, look, it's Rex's little friend. Vase says, crossing his arms. Go on, impress me then. Why should I care about what you have to say? Damn it, I wish I still had the mushwood. Here, soggy and disgusting, just like you. You spot Anemone playing darts with a bunch of other soldiers. She throws a dart and it lands clear in the middle of a faceless's, well, head isn't the right word, but the soldiers all cheer and clap her on the back. She breaks away from the group and slings the arm over your shoulder. Did you see that, Solana?
Huh? Yes,
So that's everybody. What shall we do?
I guess.
Because we basically...
Go to the garrison again, I guess, since we can't really do anything.
No, we've done the wall thing, so we're good.
Lookout duty, I mean.
Lookout duty?
Yeah.
Perception, animals, friendship with Anemone.
Oh, our animals are almost up, so maybe we can get animals stuff.
Okay.
The bracket for animals.
But here's the thing. All skills reduced by 1 for 3 months because we're in mourning. So if it's a +1, we get nothing.
Even for the bonuses?
Yeah. If it's a +1, we're not going to get anything. It would have to be at least a +2. If we want animals, we have to go to geoponics.
I mean, that means it makes no difference either. Even if we do geoponics, it's just going to be 0 either.
If it's a +2, then we can still get a 1. That's what I mean, because everything's reduced by 1. Tend the animals, we get a +3 with this, so we get a +2.
Yeah.
and we get our friendship up with Dad to be. So we'll tend with the animals, which is only at 39. So 8, 7, 5. We'll do that. 9, 8, 6, 6, 4. And we hit a super goal. Oh. Okay. We got a +5.
See, I told you.
No, listen. +2 from the 1-1 challenge, which was the challenge on this. And a super goal. The in-mourning status and the clear-minded stat. So, I guess clear-minded nulled out the mourning status.
So that means we could have still done.
So no, like total out of 45 was a 46. So we got a bonus for doing a super goal. We got a bonus for completing a challenge apparently, and it must have gave us a boost on it, giving us a clear-minded status that nullified that. So yeah. It's glow season, and we have a new perk. Equip additional gear. So what does that mean? We got a new slot. So we could technically put the cool jacket back on and get our empathy up better.
Brother,
If we put on Squidly, we get a +1 on skill challenge wins and a +1 bonus to straights.
There's a +2 to the last card and a +5 to challenges.
True.
So I say +5 to challenges.
Okay. So then we just got one perk left. So what shall we do? Well, usually this would be the time that we would start seeing crystals pop up. Yep. So get one from there. But also, since we know that Tammy's pregnant, my question is, how far along is she? Because we found that in Virtumalia, which was about here.
Well, that means months has
But
passed.
she was already round.
Oh, well.
So that makes me wonder exactly how far along is she. And of course, Tammy's not there, so we can't ask her. Secrets and danger. Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to need all of this. So we got to figure out what we want to do. For this month. Of course, have you ever paid attention to the plant during glow? It's like a hum, maybe from the planet, heck, maybe from the wormhole. I say we should just hang out with Tammy this season. Just in case. Okay? Help her out with the kids in the creche. Help out in the kitchen. +1 with Tammy. You and Tammy often work together in the kitchen. She spends her time between helping Auntie Anne and the children. She's a diligent worker, though she sometimes gets a little lost because she wants everything to be nice and perfect. When you're trying to get 100 meals out of the door, she always does what she's told with a smile and has been patient as you learn your ways around the kitchen. And you're starting to really get a feel for cooking. On the menu today, Auntie Anne and congruence call a white sauce, a creamy pale sauce made with flour, milk, and butter. She wants a big vat of it served with dinner today. She's charged you with figuring out how to replicate it. Wheat flour is in short supply here in Vertruma, but you have a lot of taro flour. The real problem will be adjusting the recipe to use plant-based milks and oils instead of dairy. There wasn't enough room in the stratospheric for bringing livestock. Just be careful, you don't burn it. Auntie Anne cautions you before she leaves. It's very sensitive to burning. You look over to Tammy. Well, she stammers, tapping her chin. We can use soy milk from the food dispenser and cooking oil, but I'm worried I'm going to burn it. I always miss stuff like this. When Tammy... I'll give you a minute. Get your snacks out. Huh? When Tammy improvises in the kitchen, usually things go wrong. You have no reason to think that this time will be any different. Should I say I believe in her? Should I give her a hand, or should I do it myself?
Believe in her.
Alright. She smiles and blushes. Thank you, Solana. She bustles off to get the ingredients. While you busy yourself prepping noodles for dinner, you can hear her consulting with congruence about the original Earth recipe. An hour later, Tammy has a small portion of the prototype to taste. Because of the taro flour, the white sauce is actually more of a faint purple. It's a pretty color, especially on Tammy, who has it flecked across her apron and up into her tie-back hair. She looks proud and a little worried. What do you think? You dip the back of a spoon in the sauce and give it a try. It's good. Like, really good. The surprise must show on your face because Tammy laughs with relief. Oh, I'm so glad, she says, clasping her hands on the front of her chest. I wasn't sure. I'll make a huge pot of it right away. Tammy's lilac sauce causes a huge stir at dinner. You can feel the pride radiating off of her from the other side of the lunch line. All right, let's get to work. Okay, 5, 6, 5, 3, 2. Oh. I know what I could have done. And only have to push through with 5 stress. Alright, ready to go through Glow? You are just putting your boots on to grab dinner in the lounge when you hear the colony's sirens begin to wail. It's the yearly attack. They could have waited until you ate. Rude. Outside your window, you catch the colony defense begin to mobilize. Your holopalm chimes with the usual reminders for all civilians to stay indoors. Shall we do our yearly heroics?
Sure.
You head to the garrison to grab a plas rifle, then report to the front. Chief Red looks surprised to see you, but assigns you to a squad with Anemone and tells you to get up on the walls and do your best. On the other side of the wall is more Xenos than you've seen in one place ever. They seethe out of the forest, large and small herbivores and predatory, fungal, and otherwise, flying and crawling and hopping towards the colony with a single-minded determination. Of course, the heroic status. The air fills with the few of laser turrets and the crackling of blast fire. The enemy's front line collapses, only to be replaced by even more Xenos, just as many, if not more. There's no end to it. The fire break turns into a graveyard of dead and dying alien bodies, wave after wave crawling over the corpses until they roil at the base of the walls, like the foam on a wave when it hits the shore. You hear the walls creaking underneath you, but they hold strong. There's no sun to set and glow, but night falls into the battlefield without any break in the fighting. Your fingers begin to cramp from pulling the trigger of your plas rifle. Finally, you're relieved when the second guard shift. You walk straight into the garrison and right into a dreamless sleep. You're awoken 6 hours later for your next shift. The kitchens have provided soldiers with pressed soy rations and hot blood tea, which you grab, then make your way back to the walls to survey the carnage of the night. As you arrive, your holopalm lights up with a priority message. Security personnel, we are under siege, the security chief says, getting right to the point. On Earth, sieges were used to break a city by starvation or drought. We have plenty of food and water. Guards will rotate 6 hours on, 6 hours off. So long as we keep Xenos on the other side of the wall, we can hold them off for days, weeks even. Weeks? Everyone exchanges exhausted looks. He pauses, then adds, we can do this. We're stronger than them. And we're not going anywhere. You and the other soldiers fall into fitful rhythm, alternating shifts on the wall with brief snippets of sleep. Gunfire becomes the soundtrack of your days, which begin to smear together like paste. Anemone in particular is suffering. She volunteers for relief shifts, sometimes pulling doubles or triples on the wall. You catch her mechanically shoving soy porridge into her mouth before seeming to fall asleep sitting up. A minute later, she jolts awake at someone's spoon clattering against the bowl. Tempers grow short as fatigue sets in. 6 days pass. You're on shift, watching the Xenos batter themselves against the wall. You feel your eyes unfocused at the sheer formless horde of them. In all these days, they still haven't reached the colony. Sometimes they seem to retreat, ebbing backwards and reforming somewhere else. It's behavior you've never seen before. A group of monsters break from a tree line. Nothing new except for one of them. What the hell is that? Why are you doing a Who's That Pokemon? One of the Xenos looks different from the others. Almost humanoid. What is that thing? The creature looks suspiciously like a person, at least from the waist up. Down below, it's a lumbering chimera, vaguely reminiscent of a faceless, wrapped in tattered bits of flesh and bony protrusions. Something like hair flutters behind it, and it turns and looks right at you with an unnerving, malevolent intelligence. You rub your eyes. Yeah, that's still there.
The fuck is that?
I think we just met a gardener.
Another one of Sim? Try to talk to it since you're able to talk to Sim.
Okay. You wave at it, and the creature sneers. To your surprise, it approaches the log. Little weed. They address to you in a halting, rasping voice. Everything seems to go quiet nearby as you strain to understand this talking horror. Child of breeding rabbits, feral pig, kudzu. Its unnervingly human gaze pierces at you. Introduced species. You understand? You wonder if you're hallucinating. Is it holding a gun? You nod slowly. Yes, you understand the words at least. I am not to listen, the monster says through a voice box that seems better suited to guttural roars than a human language. A gardener, designated pest control. I perform my task, unlike gardener's symbiosis. Sim. Yes, now that you're standing still, you can see the seed of Sim's slightly inhuman features staring back at you. Their hair is a bit like Sim's as well, as if it's actually alive somehow, waving in the wind that isn't there.
No, why are you trying to kill us? Look, he got a goddamn gun, woman.
Who are you talking to? You jump as an M&A sneaks up behind you, and then you look back. Noctilescent was gone.
Yeah, let's not do that. Obviously, we're not going to get anything from that, so...
Yeah. Nobody? You shake your head and stumble. Something about needing sleep. You promised Sim you wouldn't talk about the gardeners. She nods and pats your shoulder. The siege is getting to everyone, Solana. It's okay. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you look down. The sights of your flash rifles, you see a curious thing. The monsters are retreating. You gather with the other soldiers on the colony square. Your holopalm lights up with a priority announcement from Governor Lum. The alien attackers have been defeated, he says. The siege has ended. He smiles broadly and puffs up his chest. Another year, another win. You're welcome, Vertruma. You're welcome, humanity. You're welcome? You hear and see Chief Rhett nearby looking livid. What did he do? He rants to his security officers. Race out there like an idiot with his honor guard. Defend strategically unsound positions. Put himself in danger so we can save his overstuffed ass. The The soldiers all shift uncomfortably, but no one disagrees. And when I actually needed him, he continues, taking his 12-hour beauty rest while the rest of us slog through endless shifts. The soldiers are exhausted from the siege, so the crowd in the square disperse quickly. Only a few Helios remain, covertly filming Red while he continues to rail. They're filming Red while he's on a tirade. Oh, that's going to come back and bite him. On the horizon, the first rays of quiet streak the sky with lavender. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew head out through the gates and begin vaporizing xenocorpses for their component molecules. That night, you have terrible dreams. You imagine that you're sieging the colony, that you're a creature crawling in the mud on your belly, the ozone crackle plas rifle fire arcing overhead. With your talent claws, you rip into the walls like they're made of clay, stuffing handfuls of it in your mouth. In a moment of lucidity, you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull, it just never ends. You jolt awake when you realize you've been pulling your own guts out of your throat. It's just a dream. You're shaking encoded in a film of terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep again before dawn break. And now it's early quiet. And we are at age 18. We 67 kudos, plus 3 stress, plus 10 loyalty. Yeah, we're slowly going back. Plus 3 food, no shield defense. We got our friendship at 100, 85, 80, 20, 71, 14. And we can start age 18. Tammy sighs and presses her hands to her lower back. Oh, goodness, she breathes. It's getting harder and harder to move around. And a mushwood log. I'm going to give it to Vase.
What?
The log.
I'm done.
He's a disgusting thing that we do not need in our life. Just like a mushroom log. Unless you're here because you realize Rex is a shit for brains coward who'd rather dick around than defend his home, get out of my sight. Vase growls, I don't have time for weak-willed deadweights like him. And right now, that includes you. Here, have that, you ass. I don't care. You deserve nothing but wood. Maybe you'll shove it up your ass and get a personality.
I'm done.
Okay, you spot Rex laying in his makeshift hammock, and he's not alone. He shushes you as he places a finger to his lips, indicating that a person snuggled up under him is fully asleep. Hold on to the hammock, he whispers. I'm going to try to get out. Between the two of you manage to get Rex out of the hammock without waking his sleeping friend. Rex looks a little tousled and kiss-bitten. His eyes are bright with mischief. Tired. I'm right out. He murmurs, pleased with himself. What you need, Solano? I'm not going to ask a dang thing. Not about that. We should still have something for her. An art gallery here. She muses, dragging a template next to the gourmet restaurant here. A walk down the promenade past boutiques, ending at the Life Theater. She places a finger to her chin. What do you think, Solana? It's all a fantasy right now. But you know me, I'm highly goal-oriented. Alright. Here is your face crystal. Come on, squids. We're giving a cake to Cal. Cal is doing some hardcore inverted yoga pose, balanced on his hands with his legs folded up and his knees tucked on top of his elbows. He's breathing is long and steady. Check it out, he says, slowly extending one leg out so it sticks straight up in the air behind him. This one's called crow pose. I think it's kind of more like a float cow. Get it? Because it's kind of like I'm floating. Here's a cake. It's my favorite thing on the whole planet. Of course, +2 and +2. Why do you...
I think he really likes cake.
Okay. Wow, Solana, he breathes. You're the best. Here, have a
No, we
piece
get
too.
-5 stress.
Because that's our boy. Okay.
Let's speak to Dice.
All right. Let's find him. If Dice wants to speak. Want to speak? Nope. He just says hi. What shall we do for this?
Are we at 100?
Yes, we're at 100. But I guess we won't find out what that means until our birthday, which is technically right now, but we have to do something for the month.
Okay, so I guess go to the ridges or something, maybe get some materials to give it to him.
Back to the ridges.
Okay,
Okay, so all events have responded.
Apply to be a hunter. Wow.
So we've done everything in the Western Ridges.
Okay, so all events has responded. That means all the stuff, the collectibles is returned.
Yes. So we did everything we need. So Sim's death was something that we need to see. That was the last big thing.
Alright, so just collect collectibles then.
Alright. Come on, feats. Let's see if we can find... Grabby hands. Grabby hands. Come on. You can reach that. Grabby hands. Damn it. Alright. Oh, see? We can walk past these.
Yeah, you said that.
Alright, some crystals. Because most of that is just same old, same old. Okay, so yeah, we were still going through this.
How am I supposed to do this?
Drink it. A strange device. And we can ignore you all. And continue on our merry fucking way. Come on, feets. Stop lagging behind, my boy. All things have respawned. We can just fuck off with all of this. We can get all of our little toys. And if we want to make time go faster, then we can interact with those question marks. But we don't have to interact with these question marks because these question marks don't give a damn. So we can keep hopping up with Dice and keep hopping up with Tammy. We can keep this going pretty well. If there is like a super quick go home button, that would be awesome.
That would be.
Okay, what you want, Topia? Send a team of geologists to get a closer look at the weird terrain. You come across them working and she beckons. Solana, she says, we've been working on this area. Politely turn to listen. Okay. It's the same stuff over and over again. We help them work. That takes some time. And we haven't seen a dice yet, so that doesn't matter. If it's a person, I'm fine with like clicking that to continue on our merry little way. Let's, okay, yep, we need that flower. Double checking, doubling back. Do we see anybody? Oh, there's Dice. Hi, Dice. Dice is an entirely different person when he's outside the colony walls, without people constantly trying to correct his asocial behavior. It's like he blossomed into someone who's actually confident. The more time you spend with him out here, the more glimpses you catch of the real Dice. Bet you can't do this, he says, jumping off a huge boulder and doing a cool roll at the end. Wait, no. Bet you can't do it with your eyes closed. I can. We can dare him to kiss us on the lips.
Yeah.
Do that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Why does he look at the minted demon? What the fuck happened to him?
What? No. That's not the same. That's cheating. Wow, you may have found the one thing Dice is scared of. He insists you pick a real dare.
Let's see.
Climb a tree or race to the next
Climb
checkpoint?
up there.
Fine.
He does like climbing, so.
+2. Dice scrambles up to a cliff, no problem. He turns around.
My boy look like a goddamn demon who's
Yeah.
some shit.
Now your turn. You dared him, so you gotta follow through. The vines are slippery and dangerous, and some of them are even alive, and wriggle when you grab them. You lose your grip right at the top, and you slip and start to fall. But Dice grabs you. Got you, he exclaims, pulling you over the ledge. Your heart is thumping, and you're all sweaty from fear. But you did it. Dice looks so calm and collected. Even though he just climbed the same treacherous wall and had saved you from a long fall, why doesn't he ever seem scared?
Because he hasn't. Yeah.
The plateau is empty, but it provides a great view to look out over the resting ridges. You and Dice take a break and watch the shadows creep across the dusty, craggy landscape. This is the life, he says. No school, no gossip, no bullies, no one telling me what to do or what to think. He props his elbow on his knee and squints into the sun. Even with my augmentation in the colony, I always feel like such a coward. But maybe the problem isn't me. It's everyone else, you know? I'm not scared of any of the usual stuff. Monsters, being hurt, even dying. Like, who cares? He continues. But humans keep finding ways to control people with fear. Well, they can't control me. No sense of fear, so you're an idiot. Okay, I will never call you a coward.
No, so I'm still about that kiss, bruh. Where's that kiss?
You still want that kiss?
Yes! We've been after you for so goddamn long.
So, how about that kiss? He laughs embarrassed and
I'm
starts
dead.
scrambling
He's
down.
like, he's like,
You have to catch me first.
that's right. I bet he did like that, run off the wall, did a somersault, and then whoa, and dives into the air, just escape.
Yeah, like, we're not doing this. We're never doing this. You're not gonna ever get me to do this. I'm running away. Okay, squids. Like, okay, that's all of the devices. I think we just cleared out everything. So we can just go back through all of this and go home.
I sure got a question.
What?
That home button on the top left. Can we?
This?
Oh.
Can't return home during an event. We accidentally clicked. We can find a way around that. Okay. So yeah, we can return to the colony like that. Good eye. We're back. We spent a month exploring. Okay, do we still get more? Because we're like at 100.
We're gonna maybe since it's our birthday now. Talk to Dice again.
We gotta go through our birthday part first. You go out of bed at noon because you're allowed to. Because it's your birthday. Also because you're exhausted. You barely slept at all last night. You've been having these nightmares since the siege. More and more every night. It's like they're trying to tell you something urgent. You can't make sense of it. All the imagery is jumbled together. All the possibilities and the timelines and things that might happen. Some nights you wake up in a cold sweat, a scream already in your throat. You sit on the edge of your bed and run a hand through your hair and check your hollow palm. A few people wished you a happy birthday. But that's all. You guess you'd be getting older. Birthdays aren't as important as they used to be. Right. And Mars wants to meet you for lunch in the lounge today. You'll have to practice your smile. And we meet Mars. As you enter the lounge. Aww. You do your best.
Idiot squad.
You do your best to act surprised. Woo. Streamers. Balloons. Great. +3 on third stage of all challenges.
Okay, I put it back to her.
All of your friends are standing around wearing goofy hats and clapping. Nomi is holding a bunch of balloons larger than they are. And Rex is wearing a cute little waiter's outfit with a bow tie. You accept their hugs and birthday wishes, trying to hide your exhaustion. And demurring with a few pointed, all this for me? You shouldn't have. No, really. Cal brings over a holoscreen with a voice call from Tammy. She looks exhausted but proud. And in her arms is a tiny little wrapped bundle of baby. So she had her kid. Look, Solana, she says. What the fuck did you name this kid?
Echinacea.
Knuckles?
A kid?
Your name's Knuckles?
I don't know. We'll find that one out later. Just missed your birthday by a day. You coo over the baby girl and wish Tammy a speedy recovery. She looks even more tired than you are, but everyone is happy and healthy. Especially Cal. He takes a holoscreen for a few minutes after you're done so he can obsess over Tammy's new baby. Even though he's probably not supposed to be related to him, he's every bit the proud daddy. When he returns to the party, he looks so happy. He sounds like a total dork and tells everyone about the new baby, beaming so proudly for Tammy. They can probably take readings from Earth. Despite your exhaustion, you start to smile too. Your friends are so amazing. They're all here because they care about you. Then you get some unexpected guests.
Oh, dear Lord.
The lounge begins to fill with Helio kids, mostly ones you don't know, the ones who usually keep to themselves, and well, they're much like you original stratospheric kids. Vase and Anemone are with them, his arm draped over her shoulders. Anemone gives you a little wave of acknowledgement for your birthday, which earns a weird look from Vase. Who invited you guys? Cal says, stepping forward with his hands clenched. This is a private party. It's a public lounge, Vase replies. We can sit wherever we want. Cal stomps right into the midst of the Helos. You guys think that just because you fell out of the sky, you're the wormhole's gift to Vertruma, he spits out. We don't need you. We never needed you. All you do is make things work. Like this party. You rarely see Cal so ready to fight. He doesn't seem to care that the body language of the Helio kids has changed from cocky to dangerous. You're just a bunch of fascists, he continues. You and Lum. The Helio kids erupts, chairs screeching from the floor across the floor as the Helio kids jump to their feet, yelling at Cal, calling the colony illegal and Cal a fugitive. They jostle him around, but Cal plants his feet and stands his ground. You hear a bottle breaking and see someone advancing on Cal, and he's not backing down. Friendship with Vase 50 or greater to make Vase stop, or have Anemone make him stop, and we would need a friendship of 50 or greater with Anemone.
We don't even know what the hell she likes, though.
We could have hung out with her more. All we can say is stop it or fight.
Stop it and make an attempt.
Yeah. Your voice is drowned out by their argument. Then someone throws a punch, and it's all chaos from here. Despite Cal's bravado and brawny physique, he's no fighter. One of the Helio kids socks him in the stomach, and he goes down like a felled gnarl tree. Rex throws himself between Cal and his assailants, catching a few kicks on Cal's behalf before the Helio kids get tired and leave. A few prying shots at Cal's alleged romantic interactions with the Fluke Cows. So they'll have those kind of jokes here too.
Oh my god.
Vase doesn't get involved, but he doesn't stop them either. He's the last to leave the lounge, staring hard at Rex before smirking and turning away. Rex helps Cal to his feet. First time, huh? He says, dusting off Cal's clothes. Don't worry, they probably got it out of their system. Good on you for sticking up for yourself. Anemone lingers in the distance, clearly angry at Cal, but feeling bad about the fight. Well, Mars exclaims, clapping her hands. That was enough excitement, I think. Let's move on to the important part, cakes and presents. Under Mars' skillful party hosting hand, the mood shifts back to festive. You enjoy your presents and your cake, but tensions boiling over like that is a bad omen for the rest of the year. Alright, it's mid-quiet, and we can give 2 flowers, a crystal cluster, and some device.
Well, give it to life.
Come up here. Okay, too early to give you a gift. Which is fair. Alright, Tammy. Of course, the usual birthday cake. We share it with Tammy, as we usually do. Tammy is sitting on the couch in the lounge, scrolling through her holoscreen while the baby. Nurses. It's a good thing I wasn't a big Hollow watcher before this, she jokes, or I have nothing to watch now. Here's your flower for the mom. And then Tang, you get a flower too. Hope you find it useful, your afterthought, because I am not going to flirt with you. You made fun of my intelligence. Plus, we kind of have 100% with your brother. You can't find Dice outside the walls, even though the duty roster has him working on the expedition vehicles today. After asking around, one of his crewmates points you to where she's seen him disappear into the forest just 10 minutes ago. You thank her and set off into the wilderness. You've picked up a few things about tracking after hanging out with Dice for so long, so you follow his trail onto the nearby mushroom forest until you hear him speaking calm and slow. Shh, it's going to be okay. Just let me help you. You follow his voice to see him kneeling on the ground next to a wounded Hawkeye. The scent of blood and animal fear colors in the air. Dice's knife glints as he pulls it from his sheath. Don't worry, he says to the creature. I've got you. It won't hurt anymore real soon. A branch snaps under your foot and Dice's head jerks up. His eyes go wide, but he doesn't greet you. Instead, he gestures for you to get a closer look at the Hawkeye. Its single leg is mangled beyond recognition from a hunter's snap trap. It is bleeding heavily. It can only stare up at Dice in defeat in its four eyes. It struggles once more before then goes still from exertion, wheezing miserably. They tell everyone they're humane traps, Dice murmurs. But humans lie, don't they? They lie all the time. The hunters won't be back to check the traps until tomorrow, Dice continues, looking down at the Hawkeye with a grim expression.
That's the kindest thing you can do.
He nods once and steels himself. With a clean cut, he slices through the neck of the Hawkeye. It twitches, it tenses, twitches, and fear reflects, and then goes limp in his arms. Dice is quiet at your side for a long time, breathing evenly, in through his nose and out through his mouth like he's meditating. It's better to die quickly than to suffer in a trap. But there shouldn't have been a trap in the first place, he says. Eventually, he clicks his tongue against his teeth. It's pointless. It was going to die eventually, but not here. It's not natural. It's not the death part that bothers me. It's our vanity. Humans are so afraid of extinction that they will kill indiscriminately to avoid it. Dice takes out the cloth and wipes the Hopeye's blood from off his blade. His movements are slow and reverent. I used to let it control me too. I thought dying meant that living was pointless, he continues. But now I know the truth. Life is short and brutal and hard. It's up to us to fill it with as many experiences as we can. Are we going to spend our lives cooped up in the colony, subjugating nature because it strikes fear into our animal brains? He smiles faintly. Or are we going to be out there and live the only life we've been given? He looks down at the corpse of the Hawkeye and lays his hand gently against his head. We're all going to end up like this in the end. There's no use denying it and letting the fear control our actions.
I guess what's a Dice answer? I agree completely.
Alright. You're probably the only other person here who does. Dice
Okay,
replies.
so that was a Dice answer.
That's why we get along, I guess. Dice lifts the Hopeye's body into his arms and rises to his feet. The smell of death will attract animals right to the other traps, he says. I'm not taking it back to the colony to be stuffed into a recycler. We have to take it into the woods and give it back to nature. You and Dice walk further into the forest in respectful silence, Dice cradling the dead Hawkeye against his chest. Eventually, he tells you to wait while he finds the tracks of a predator and lays it down nearby. An offering to the forest accepts without acknowledgement. He returns to you, blood-stained and solemn. It's done, he says. You begin to walk back to the colony, though it's clear Dice is taking his time. After a few minutes of walking, he turns to you and grabs your arm, forcing you to stop. Solana, he says, his eyes burning, promise me you won't let me end up like that Hawkeye. At your questioning look, he squeezes your arm to the point it almost hurts. If I'm trapped here, just let me go, okay?
I promise, I guess.
At this point, we know he's a one-track mind.
Mm-hmm.
He breathes a sigh of relief. Thank you, Solana. He stares at you a few unnerving seconds, perfectly still, before jerking motion and fishing a pendant necklace from his clothes. He clasps it from his neck and holds it out to you. Here, he says. You should have this. I want you to have it. You... Dice's...
Automatic flirting button!
You turn it and let him put it around your neck. The pendant is large, but surprisingly light. You recognize it as a fragment of a unicorn horn, its pearlescent colors shimmering in the light. So you want me to flirt with him?
Yes! Flirt!
Are you...
Flirt! And we're flirting! We have 100. We have to have some sort of... What the fuck happened?
I have no idea what I did.
You pressed the wrong button, that's what you did.
Are you flirting with me? His hand pauses. Maybe.
Oh, we finally there! Oh my god!
Is that okay? His voice shaking. Is he scared?
I thought fear doesn't exist in your body, Dice. I feel the same way. Yeah! Oh my god, we finally claimed the dice! We claimed the dice from Samuel, even though in the most terrible manner possible.
Sim was taken out of the equation a year ago.
Oh my god.
You do? Dice says. You're not saying that because you feel sorry for me, right? You turn around and shake your head. You've waited a long time for Dice to be ready, and he finally came to you on his own. A bird you had to let go to be free.
What does that question mark mean? I'm done.
Smitten. And we are dating.
Oh my god.
Dice regards you with serious expression. You're the only person in this colony that I've ever really cared about, he says. I don't know why you bothered trying to be my friend when I was trying to push everyone away. His eyes droop to your mouth and linger there. I care for you so much, Solana, he says softly. It almost scares me sometimes.
I made a wish for Dice, but holy shit.
I never felt like this before about anything. He cups your face and bends to kiss you. Achingly sweet and slow. I can't imagine what I'd do to keep you safe. He steps away and looks to the ground, suddenly evasive. Listen, I don't know how much longer I have left here. I just want you to know that I want to spend the time I do have with you. Is that a good spot to leave it?
Click on him one more time to see how the interaction is. I'm done.
He kicks a piece of litter. Garbage everywhere you go. We can give him the present, and apparently we can give him another. Let's give him the device. Of course. And let's see what this does.
What does that mean?
Tammy made me hold her baby, he says, frowning. It sucked. I don't know how to hold babies. They're so wiggly. What if I dropped it? He rubs his nose. I could feel everyone watching me, like I was going to screw up, so I gave the kid back right away. That he almost let that intrusive thought, drop the baby, drop the baby, drop the baby. But yeah, hey, let's get out of here.
Why do you have to make it sound like that?
Because I was just thinking the same thing, Dice says, giving you one of his rare smiles. He shows you a special spot.
Oh my god.
I know a place nearby, Dice says, his eyes crinkling mischievously. You won't need to take much, just follow me. Dice leads you about half an hour into the wilderness, just far enough that the ever-present scent of smoke and manure fades away, and the forest opens to reveal a small lake with a perfectly clear, jade-colored water and soft white sand. Dice kicks off his shoes and pulls his shirt over his head, revealing a well-hidden secret of his tanned skin and toned muscles.
What? He has the flimsy emo kid has muscles? Wait.
That's what it says.
Bitch, I was reading it.
Okay.
Go back up.
Okay. I'll let you have your moment to read this. Yeah.
I thought I was hearing shit from when I thought you were lying.
No. He shoots you a little smile. There's no one around for miles, just us. You rapidly divest
I forget. This colonists are a bunch of exhibitionists.
You rapidly divest yourself of clothing and dive into the clear pool, swimming out far enough that the only sound is the water gently lapping against your shoulders as Dice pulls you in for a firm kiss. Your legs tangle together as you tread water, dipping below the waterline and coming up sputtering, laughing, and clinging together in your fantasy of being the only two people who matter on this whole planet.
Yeah, at least they give us minus 20 straws.
Yeah. So it's just like, dating you! Yay! So we've gotten the heart of the dour boy.
But wait, his rebellion is completely at max.
Yes.
So you almost clicked it.
Oh no! No!
You almost clicked it.
Just. Let's go stand here where it's safe. But yeah, this will be a fitting end for this one. Okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll end it here. We got the boy. The competition died.
I didn't win it that way.
Uh-huh.
I didn't
We could at least got 100% with Zen before he died. He died for us.
Why do I have?
But yeah, we'll end it. We'll end it here.